that new Chanel. Did that stretch, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought that 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Head to toe designer. Up a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drill, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. For a coupe.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Edwards-Helaire. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A first carry now. This is Williams. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he goes out right around the 39. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeMarcus Robinson.
Touchdown.
DeMarcus Robinson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Tua. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
It's pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Anthony Hitchens.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to take another shot here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Davian Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Dolphins nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, this is Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the carry.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Tua. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
By Chris Jones.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Mahomes now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Nothing.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Gain on the tackle. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
21 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. Not much there, only a yard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Third down.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal.
28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And at the 48-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
39-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a give to Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. And Howard stops short. He didn't get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down.
Check. Lucky. Check.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
And a first down, Chiefs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he returns this to the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Oh, a little 360. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tua now on 1st down. Going deep here for Parker. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Helaire, the ball carrier.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one 28 yards on the ground. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get us.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to
Travis Kelce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Dolphins 15.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
And 8 at the 17-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. There he goes, right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
Sammy Watkins, 83 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
Hey, we got four down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Tua to throw again. Able to get this to Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another Dolphin.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Switch it. Please, switch it.
Here's Breida. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Number 22.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Touchdown, Miami. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
The 15-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's good. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mike, 53, Mike.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 55, Mike, guys. 55. Watch the play. Watch the play.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st down, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the carry.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Tua sets up to pass it.
The 30-yard line.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown.
Travis Kelce. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Chiefs 48, Dolphins 23. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
They run again with Breida. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on